Hey loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and click that bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So I am a little late to the party. I went back to the beginning of the premiere. I'm currently on YouTube where The Sims is dropping like I don't know if it's like a trailer or if it's just like an info video. They're dropping something for the new game pack, so let's get right on into it. Very interesting. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so before this premiered about maybe 10-15 minutes ago, I posted on Twitter what I thought this was going to be based on everything that I've been seeing and like the videos that I've seen other YouTubers come out with, and I'm not going to say it's 100% on par what I was thinking, but it's kind of there. So I will insert what I sent out on Twitter. And basically, I was thinking that it was going to have something to do with conspiracies because I saw the tin hat. And also I saw like an RV like in the middle of kind of like a desolate area. So usually in movies when there's like a conspiracy theorist, they're wearing their tin hats or they're wearing something to kind of prevent their brain from being tapped or taken over. And they kind of go out to do their own research. They isolate themselves from society just so they can get a little bit of clarity. So I noticed that. And just the weird faces and everyone in kind of like military clothing with the dog tags and the camouflage and things like that. So I was thinking maybe along those lines, and I also stated that I think we're going to get a new occult, and that seems to be the case here. It seems like, well, I specifically said like a hybrid, maybe like mutants or something like that. So based on this, it looks like we're getting like zombies. I'm not a big fan of the occults and like the supernatural, all of that. I like to play my game kind of realistic, but I am here for the new town. It looks like maybe like a military base, something that's kind of secluded, kind of like a more controlled area out in like maybe like the Midwest or even like maybe the Southwest, even like Arizona or somewhere like that, where it's like far out from big cities and things like that, where they can really do military type things in seclusion. So I don't know. I don't know how I completely feel about this, but I am excited for a new pack. I believe this is going to be a game pack, which is awesome. We haven't had a game pack since Jungle Adventure, and that came out around last year, around this time. Yeah, it's been quite a minute, so it's nice to get a new pack. I will say that. However, I'm not here for the zombies. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. That's part of the reason why it took me so long to get the vampires pack. because I'm just not into occults. I'm not into like the supernatural. It just really takes away the whole life simulation aspect of the game. But I felt like we were going to get occults because I know that's something that people have been asking for a while. Even back when Laundry Day came out, like everyone thought that we were going to get witches because of the description of a lot of items. I know people have been asking about werewolves and other types of occults. So I felt like something like that was going to come. I'm not here for it, but my mind can be changed. So let's just take a look at what's here. Just at this shot here, I'm noticing a couple of new things. Kind of not really. I mean, most of this stuff looks like it's from base game, like this table in the front. And the TV, I can't quite tell if that's new. I think that is like the cheaper TV, but this looks like the inside of like an RV or a mobile home. And I did notice that on one of the clips from Twitter, one of the gifs that was being shared. So interesting stuff. For the most part, most of this looks like it's from base game. It does look like there is a new picture in the top right corner, so I can always use some more decor pieces. I can't tell if this is a new microwave or if it's a different appliance, but it looks kind of new, but I can't really tell. But nothing too out of the ordinary here. Let's move forward a little bit. Okay. So this whole little interaction here kind of reminds me of The Walking Dead. So like when one of the walkers would bite one of the humans, like it won't have an effect at first, but eventually like they'll start getting sick and like eventually become zombie-like. So that's interesting. Yikes. Yikes. I don't even think the transformation from human to vampire is this gruesome. So obviously this sim is in pain. Let's move forward. Ooh. Okay. Stop. Okay, so I noticed that we're getting a new hairstyle for the females, which is awesome. I can always use some more female hair. Yeah, like in this picture here. Also looks like we're getting a couple of new tops for the female right here. And then also the male is kind of like this all-seeing eye type emblem. Interesting. So I'm thinking this guy might be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I won't say what group of people is recognized by this little symbol, but moving on. Okay. So it looks like this sim here is preparing herself for like a zombie apocalypse. I love all of the new action movements, like the fact that she kind of did that spin and kick over. And I've seen this machine or versions of this type of machine where she was doing the combat with on TV. So like it's like an older version where people practicing martial arts, they'll hit different parts of this thing with multiple arms to kind of work on their agility and also finding weak points in their opponent. So I'm thinking this sim might be preparing for some type of zombie apocalypse. Just in trouble, need help ASAP. I love that hair. It's so cute, but it looks like she is ready for battle. As far as the items in the back, everything seems to be pretty normal. We might have a couple of new wall textures. I can't really tell, but for the most part, it looks like mostly base game. Besides, of course, that that device that she was using to get her athletic skill up. All right, pause. So, like I said, I am here for this town. I see a lot of, well, not a whole lot, but I see some military personnel walking around. So, like I said, I believe this is like some sort of army base. But I am here for it. It looks like Oasis Springs' like cousin. Definitely a more humid climate. Somewhere out in the desert, kind of secluded. You can tell it's secluded by like these really tall rocks or mountains, if you will, in the background. And yeah, it just looks like a little community. I wonder how many of these lots are actually usable, because we all know sometimes we get a new world and there's so many spaces that we can't use or that we can't edit. So hopefully we will have a decent amount of lots to edit, but you know, let's just continue looking. It also looks like we got a new type of tree. It looks like a palm tree hybrid. I don't know, I've never seen this type of tree in real life, but it's there. And I like this kind of town center area with like the little tables and stuff. As far as building buy mode items, I mean, I'm not sure if these pieces back here, these buildings are props or what, but let's move on. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, there's definitely going to be military personnel. I'm not sure of the ranks, please don't get me wrong, but definitely this may be a new career. Like I said, that young lady before, she was preparing herself for battle, so maybe that's one of the requirements to be in the military here, that you have to be really good at hand-to-hand combat. I'm just wondering how much of multiple person interactions that we're going to get. I know we did get a little bit of it in Get Famous with the whole acting career, but I wonder if that type of technology and those type of movements are going to transcend into the StrangerVille pack. As far as the background, these windows look new and I am here for it. On this shop over to the left, it looks like we have a new sign in front of this restaurant. A new type of vehicle. I mean, I wish we had usable cars, but it looks like we have a couple new types of vehicles. Even this one back here looks a little bit fancier and new. Looks like some green awnings in the background. They look new. And I wonder if we will actually have a stoplight, like a traffic light that we'll be able to use. And looks like there is a new lamppost as well. Okay, so this is the guy that the lady in the beginning was talking to. Like I said, he seemed like a conspiracy theorist with his tin hat, also with that shirt that he's wearing. Is that a cow plant? That looks like a cow plant skull, which is interesting. So it looks like he's selling information, maybe some sort of merch, or maybe just sharing the information that he has gathered about the zombies. It looks like he has a couple of alien masks here, and the shirt hanging up is alien oriented as well. Now the thing about aliens, they came out with the Get to Work pack, so I feel like those packs would kind of work well together, especially because one of the interactive careers in Get to Work is in the scientist career, and that definitely looks like it's in Oasis Springs. So quite a bit of a connection there. I'm not sure what this little thing is in the corner. I don't quite know. Maybe we'll get more information of that in the future. And like I mentioned before, I saw an RV. So I think maybe this is where this guy lives. So yeah, it looks like they were just talking. Oh, that looks like just trash. Maybe it's some sort of chemical waste. Maybe the water supply got contaminated and like the people were drinking the water and now they're all turning into zombies. I don't know, like my mind is going, but it looks like the guy in the scene before was talking to his friend about what he discovered. And I apologize, I have this on mute because I don't want this video to get flagged. But it seemed like they were having some sort of conversation about something he found, and I think it has to do with the trash and the water, because if you notice, that sink was disgusting. Now, the chick before, let me just go back a second or two. So it looks like she was kind of like in the beginning of her transformation. Yeah, you can see like she had like the really big grin and the really big eyes. Super creepy stuff. Just looking in the background of this shot, I see a new billboard, which is awesome. This building over here looks really kind of It's a different style. I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like we have another type of RV over here on the left, and the one on the right is what we've seen previously. It looks like we also may have some new hanging lights, which is cool. And there's another military personnel walking in the background. So I feel like maybe this town has been quarantined, or maybe this is like a military base to prevent things like this from spreading. Okay, yes, so definitely I see a little van for like a news network, also some more military vehicles. So this thing is being broadcasted so everyone can know. And if you notice, it looks like a little water pipe on the van. So yes, I'm definitely thinking the backstory of StrangerVille has to do with the water being contaminated. That's what I'm getting from this shot here. Okay, so it looks like they are doing some research. It looks like we got a couple of new posters in the background. Also, a different little patch on the backside of a llama. You can get a better look at his tin hat. So it looks like maybe it has some sort of satellite connection. I don't know. But definitely looks like there is like a new type of computer, or even just kind of like a more basic computer, kind of like maybe with a sonar system. I don't know. Don't give me the line about what it actually does. But yeah, definitely some technology to look at like different levels of things. So moving on. Yeah, everyone's looking really weird. So I think maybe all of them have been contaminated with that water. I'm really holding on to the fact it has to do with water. Okay, and there is a crash site. Let me go back a couple seconds. Yeah, definitely there's a crash site. So maybe one of the personnel. Why can't I just stop it? Anyway, it looked like maybe one of the personnel's probably got sick while in flight and the plane crashed as a result. It looks like we also have a couple of new items. So this type of cactus I don't necessarily recognize, but it could possibly be in game. There's also like some cars that look really run down, like they've been there for quite some time. It looks like maybe some biohazardous waste over here. Got a new flower up here in the front, or a succulent. But yeah, this definitely looks like it's like in the desert. With the canyons, and like I said, there's this crash site here. So I'm thinking whoever was flying the plane underwent their zombie transportation and just no longer could control it. Also looks like we have like these new devices. Maybe they can scan to see if people have been contaminated, if they're going to be zombies. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking kind of on the lines of Jungle Adventure, where you kind of have to do a bit more and discover things. So it might be mixing a little bit of that with a little bit of Get to Work. Because from what I've seen, Get to Work wasn't as well received as a lot of people thought it was going to be. But also, I believe that was the first expansion pack. So maybe StrangerVille is going to help build on to Get to Work in a way, because the aliens were introduced and now we have this whole kind of like zombie thing going on. But yeah, also it looks like a different type of grass here. Looks like we have kind of like a picket fence. So yeah, those items look kind of new, and this jacket looks new as well. Okay, so yeah, definitely somebody's been contaminated. I mean, even look at these little emblems on these biohazardous waste containers. This looks like an alien flower. Maybe it came from Sixum or something like that. Let me go back a little bit to the guy in the hazard suit. Yeah, like the guy's wearing a hazard suit. So I feel like he knows. Like he knows that this town is going, it's just not going anywhere good. It also looks like a couple of little alien life forms in the background. Like when I play it, you'll see them move ever so slightly. But it looks like he might be with a different branch from the military. but it does not look good. All of this blue type of haze, like it just seems like something was exposed. I don't know if it was through the water or through the air, but this town is contaminated. So I don't know, maybe there's like some sort of cure you have to find. Even like in Jungle Adventures, like when you get bit by a spider, you have to do a couple things to get a cure. So maybe it's something along those lines. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of like a ragtag team of like civilians trying to get together and get to the bottom of what's happening in StrangerVille. I don't know what he's drinking, but he might want to stop because everything is contaminated and everything just looks so dirty, like with the tub, with the plants growing out of it. There's more airplanes in the background. So interesting stuff. So yeah, everyone's having like a thriller montage. R.I.P. Michael Jackson. But no, it looks like a lot of these people are being contaminated. Like I said, I don't know if it's in the water, if it's in the air, but everyone is being affected by this. I don't really notice any new clothing. I think this top that this lady here is wearing, the beige top, is new. This jacket that this person over here looks new as well. But yeah, I think this is just showing that everyone's being contaminated. Huh. Interesting. So it kind of looked like a Men in Black type of thing also. Yeah. So I don't know if they're with the FBI or the CIA. I don't know who handles these types of things. But it seems like these Sims here maybe are trying to regulate some things. And yeah, it looks like they're just really trying to get rid of everything. I don't know where. Oh, so it looks like they're entering the chamber that the guy in the biohazard suit was. Because I see the blue haze in the background. This door is obviously new. I wonder if it's going to be an object that we can use in our own buildings. It looks like this sign here might be saying something like red alert, like evacuate or something like that. The lights are kind of red. I'm really getting like, I don't know, some sort of mood here. Yeah, they're just walking along. Everyone's kind of creeped out. So what if it's cow plants? I don't know. Like my mind is going everywhere. Anyway, moving on. Whoa. You see that big cloud? So this is spreading. Yes, this is definitely spreading. If you look down at the ground, it looks like those crystals that came with Get to Work. I don't know if it's an alien substance. I don't know if it's some sort of whatever, like if this was man-made. I don't know, but yeah, definitely a lot of interesting things. There's like this little windmill here. I wonder if that's going to be a playable object. And I can't quite tell what this is right past the windmill. Those kind of look like oil wells, but I can definitely be mistaken. And here's some water here. So yeah, I think the water supply was probably contaminated by, you know, this mist. But that's all for now, you guys. That's everything that I can kind of pull from it. I hope this isn't too long, and I hope you all enjoy it. This is going to be available on February 26th. So today is the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. So next Tuesday, StrangerVille will be out. I got mixed feelings about it. From the ideas that I'm just kind of going through in my mind about what's causing this kind of apocalypse or catastrophe, it's getting me interested in it. I just don't like the idea of supernatural occults like zombies and werewolves and vampires and witches and all of that. Like, that's so not my thing. But I don't know, maybe as more information come out, I'll be more inclined to get this pack. Sometimes I get packs just because some of the build and buy items are amazing. But just the story I'm coming with in my head is definitely interesting. But anyway, you guys, want to go ahead and wrap it up here. Just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. And if you feel like you enjoyed this kind of commentation and haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and definitely comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about this new StrangerVille game pack. Let me know what your expectations are. Let me know if you're here for it or you're gonna pass for a little bit, maybe catch it on sale. I don't know. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comments below, and feel free to follow me on my social medias. My Instagram handle is Simply-Nisey. You can always find me on Twitter so we can continue this conversation. My Twitter handle is Simply-NiseyYT. And although this isn't a build video, if you want to see my builds or any of the sims that I've created, feel free to follow me on the gallery. My origin ID is Simply-Nisey. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.